Thank you all for being here today to celebrate this occasion. One of the outstanding student athletes of what I can say without a shadow of a doubt, one of the most outstanding student athletes that have ever played athletics at AMSA, Thomas Hirsh. It's a celebratory day for him and his family, and for us as a community. In particular, the athletic department, I'm tremendously proud to say that we have had a number of students go on to play collegiate athletics. We've had a few students actually sign NLIs, National Letters of Intent, as Thomas will today. So it's a great moment for our school, and that's why we're all here celebrating it today for our AMSA community and our AMSA athletics department. But more importantly, it's a day for the Hirsh family, and most importantly, it's a day for Thomas. Student athletes don't get to this point where we're signing NLIs to play in college without a tremendous amount of effort and hard work. Thomas's parents as well, Tom and Kathy, congratulations to you guys both as well. As you guys now know, having been through this with a young man who's almost 18 years old, there's a tremendous amount of sacrifice and commitment on behalf of the family, not just the student athlete. So this is certainly something that you guys should relish in and enjoy, because you've put in a lot of work as well to get Thomas to this point. Countless hours watching lacrosse and football and basketball as well, during Thomas's athletic career. So it's a great day for the family also. From a historical perspective, Thomas is just the 7th AMSA student to sign a National Letter of Intent. He's the 5th AMSA student athlete. We did have a few students that did not participate in AMSA athletics that went on to sign NLIs. So Thomas is the 5th AMSA student athlete. As many of you are already aware, he is signing his NLI today to compete in men's lacrosse at Division II Bentley University. Bentley's certainly lucky to have landed an outstanding young man and a lacrosse player in Thomas. I don't think they quite know what they have in you quite yet. I think they're probably thinking they're getting a pretty good player. I don't think they quite realize the first-class individual and person and student athlete that you are. So they'll find out soon enough. They're awful lucky to have you. They'll find out very shortly. A little bit about Thomas. Thomas is a 4-year starter and standout in our Maynard AMSA football co-op. A co-op that has grown in size, in roster size, in relevance, in respect that we get in Central Mass. And I think a lot of that is due to Thomas, believe it or not. Since he's joined the program, again, our roster's gotten bigger. There's been more interest from AMSA in the football program. I think when we started, there were 6 or 7 AMSA guys that played. Now we're up to 24 AMSA guys that play football at Maynard. And I think a great deal of that is the credibility that Thomas has brought to the program. I also think, I don't think it's too far out of the realm of possibility to say that Thomas has kind of helped Marlboro residents understand that you can come to AMSA and play athletics. I think for a lot of you that have made the decision, maybe it was tough, you weren't sure if you should leave, not go to Marlboro High, maybe ASFA was an option. I think Thomas is on a short list of student athletes that the greater community can point to and say, look, you can go to AMSA and play athletics. Thomas has done it. Look what Thomas has accomplished. So it's been a great thing for our AMSA athletic department to have an ambassador such as Thomas in the Marlboro community to, again, let everybody know, AMSA has a legit athletic department, and I think Thomas is a huge part of that. On to lacrosse, the sport you're signing your NLI to today to play lacrosse at the collegiate level. Thomas has been an impactful player in our program since the 7th grade, believe it or not. I remember that article that Lenny Megliola wrote in 2017 about Caden and Thomas, 2 7th grade standouts in our lacrosse program. That was just something that our area schools don't see. They don't have players that age contributing as we had in Thomas and his peers, such as Caden. I think Thomas is an unbelievably talented lacrosse player. Admittedly, I don't know much about lacrosse. Much of what I know about lacrosse, I've learned from Thomas. I feel he can almost score at will, but I also think he's one of those players that is almost more content in setting up his teammates to score. He's a very selfless player in that regard, I think. He's always been, in my opinion, like the liaison between the athletic department and the programs he participates in. He's my eyes and ears on the ground. We conference almost daily, and I'm so incredibly grateful to have had Thomas in that role. He's just a guy that became a tremendous leader in our athletic department, and again, he's kind of like my eyes and ears on the ground in the football program and the lacrosse program, and he keeps me up to date, and I'm incredibly grateful for that rapport and relationship that we've developed. Coach Arena's here today. We thank you for that, our head lacrosse program. Coach Arena, thank you for being here. Coach Paliki unfortunately cannot make it. He has 2 sick kids at home. So Coach Paliki also wanted to extend his congratulations to you and the family. Before we get the formal signing going, I just want to say a few words regarding these signing ceremonies, they're really some of the most fun things that I get to do. I get to kind of think about the legacy that a student athlete leaves on our program, which, you know, in a lot of ways, we don't get to take the time to think about that often. I certainly don't think you guys do at your age, think about stuff like that, nor should you. But again, I look at where our program is now and where it was back in 2017 when Thomas really started to impact our program. And I think he's on a short list of individuals who have really transcended our program. I think he's brought credibility to AMSA athletics. I think he's one of the first student athletes to be recognized regionally as an all-star, as a statistical leader in football, in rushing yards and in lacrosse goals. To have his name in the paper with the word AMSA next to it, I think it's done more for our athletic department than I can ever put into words. I don't think that's hyperbole. I don't think it's an exaggeration. I think Thomas took, in part, what was kind of like a fledgling athletic program on the rise, and again, put us on the map, gave us credibility. And I think we all agree in this room, because we're in it, that AMSA athletics is a legit operation. And I think it's due in large part to student athletes like Thomas who have dedicated and worked at it, and again, helped put us on the map. So, in my 13 years as an athletic director, Thomas is one of the finest young men I've ever had the privilege to work with. I'm a better AD for having worked with Thomas and alongside Thomas. I can't thank you enough for all that you've given our program. I'm very proud of you, and I'm very happy for you that you get to celebrate a day like today and sign your NLI to become a Bentley University Falcon. So from me to you, Thomas, thank you very much. Congratulations. And if we can call up Tom and Kathy Hirsh, we'll get your NLI signed. So come on up.
Just as they're getting set up, I'll just add a few words to that. Mr. Jones really just kind of summed everything up that, I mean, really we all thought about as Thomas as a player and as an individual. I mean, I really can't say it better than that. I've been coaching high school lacrosse since 2003, and I can say without a doubt, in all honesty, that Thomas is the best lacrosse player that I've ever coached, hands down. And it's not just his play on the field, it's everything. It's the way he gets stuff organized off the field, gets players together, gets stuff on the field together, brings people together, players, when there's an issue on the field, he gets everybody together. I mean, he keeps the team first, and that's a huge thing, and he keeps the team rolling forward. Even when things don't look great, he steps in and gets it done. And like Pete just said about how he's been a liaison between him and he's been the same for me. I mean, coming in seventh grade and starting along with Caden, and that's definitely not something. I mean, I've had eighth graders before, but never seventh graders that have actually been putting in real time. And I remember about halfway through the season in eighth grade, I remember Mr. Jones and I were having a conversation, and he said to me, and I'll never forget this, he said, he's going to be the best player to come through AMSA lacrosse. And I said, I have a feeling he's going to be. And then I think after freshman year, you changed it to, he's going to be probably the best player to come through this athletic program, period. And I was like, now I definitely agree with that. I'm very honored to be here today for this. With all the years I've been coaching, this is actually my first player I've had sign an NLI as a head coach. I had a lot as assistants, but first as a head coach. So I'm really excited to be here, and it couldn't be happening to a better person in Thomas. And I mean, Pete took a lot of stuff, so it's tough for me to continue on from there. But really, I mean, enjoy this. And like you said, Bentley is getting an outstanding player, and I think they're going to see that when the fall comes around. So, thank you.
Thanks, Coach. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so without further ado, let's put pen to paper. Senior Thomas Hirsh from AMSA is now signing his national letter of intent to become a Division II men's lacrosse player at Bentley University in Waltham, Mass. of the Northeast 10 Conference. Ladies and gentlemen, men's lacrosse player, Thomas Hirsh.
I just like to give my thanks to everybody who's come out here and helped me along the way. I mean, my family, my friends, my coaches, especially Mr. Jones too. I mean, it's been a great ride. I mean, like we said, talking about going through 7th grade to senior year in lacrosse. I wouldn't have even been able to play football probably if it wasn't for Mr. Jones. So putting that co-op together has been a great thing for me. I mean, I've just had great experiences and memories made with everyone. I mean, everybody that's pushed me along the way to become a better player and especially a better person. I mean, I wouldn't be here without everyone in this room. And I don't think you guys know how thankful I am for all of you. This is really a special moment for me, and I'm really glad that you could all share it with me.
Thanks, Thomas. So someday we'll be back in maybe not here, we'll be back in our own gym someday for a much bigger gathering years down the road, and it'll be our inaugural AMSA Athletics Hall of Fame, and I can't wait to welcome you into as a first ballot AMSA Hall of Famer someday. So thanks, Thomas. Thanks to the Hirsh family for letting us all be a part of this, and thank you guys all for coming out. One more round of applause for Thomas Hirsh. 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Thank you. 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Thank you, guys.
All right, I got 2.
Tommy.
It's a belly smile right there.